like I brought my own cheer squad with me. I'm a bit shorter, I'm just going to bring that down.
We're a permanent installation here.
Permanent installation, and we love it. Wouldn't Fed Square be much poorer without Kiga here? Thank you, Peter, and thank you for your beautiful words and your ongoing support of all things that are superbly glass here in Australia. So what you and your family do are quite amazing things, so thank you. Can I acknowledge a few people in the audience tonight, especially Gareth Poore, the British Consul General, and other members of the Consular Corps who I've seen around. Thank you for your support. To, of course, Kathy Walter and the other board members who are here from Fed Square. To Robin Archer, the Artistic Director, who just does year after year after year of amazing work in this town, and we love what Robin does. To Asif Khan, he's up the back somewhere. Yes, there he is. Yay, looking stunning, I've got to say. Thank you for Radiant Lines. It is wonderful to have you here. Welcome to Melbourne. To Peter, I'm not even going to talk anymore about Peter. We know he's wonderful, he's amazing, and we thank him for everything that he does. And of course the other judges, to Kate, to Robin, Grace and Matthew, we thank you so much for the blood, sweat, maybe tears and arguments that went on behind the scenes to get us to an eventual winner tonight. And of course to Nick, who is Nick Marchant, who is the Country Director for the British Council, who's with us here tonight. To Tony Sweeney, our Director at ACME, and if you haven't been to see DreamWorks, shameless plug, it is wonderful. Oh, and I've just seen our other Tony Elwood, Director of the NGV, and of course wonderful things happening over there as well, if you haven't been in to see our winter masterpieces there. Where are the artists? Wave your arms about. Can we give them all a round of applause? They're brilliant. Can I take a moment just to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet tonight and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present, as the original artists of this land, and of course the people who have made it so very special and the place that it is here today. Well, last year I was here. You want to give me the envelope now? Not yet, she says. Okay. I promise I won't talk for too long. There's an envelope I know they want me to read. Last year when I was here, we celebrated 100 exhibitions, and there was a huge cake. I ate a lot of it, and it was delicious, but it was delicious in what it represented, and that was the 100th exhibition that Kiga had put on since its inception back in whatever year it was, but you were certainly, Peter, the first commercial tenants here at Federation Square all those years ago. And I was kind of hoping that there'd be a cake here tonight, an illuminated one, but maybe next year. Maybe any of the artists, if you're thinking about it, cake, ministers, really good move, okay? I wasn't a judge though, so maybe, you know, take it up to yourself. But the Kiga Illuminated Glass Award is very exciting. As we've heard tonight, this is one of the great awards around Australia for glass art. And even more importantly, it sounds like one of the only ones remaining. And for somebody like Peter and his family, can't do this alone, to acknowledge that art glass has its place on the world stage, and that we are certainly amongst some of the best practitioners in the world here in Australia. And if you haven't gone in to have a look yet, you are in for such a treat. But to have that acknowledgement by saying we're going to put our money where our collective mouth is and have an award worth $15,000, I think is extraordinary. So I want another round of applause for Peter, please. And the nice thing about this award is it doesn't just attract those who might be coming to have a look at Kiga. It's going to attract people who walk past, and I think because of the illumination they're going to be more inclined to walk in. The people who are coming to this wonderful festival now in its 8th year are going to be surprised, I think, when they come out of the main square and come around the corner and say, oh, it just keeps going. And I think we have a lot to be very pleased about and very proud about here at Federation Square and here in Melbourne, of course. So Kiga, of course, dating back to 1997, has been the leader in its field, not only here in Melbourne but around Australia. It has certainly earned its reputation as in the leadership role for people who promote our wonderful glass and our wonderful art industry here in Australia. But of course this is the first time that they've bitten the bullet and been part of this wonderful, wonderful festival that we love here in Melbourne. This festival celebrates art and light, and of course how better can you display light than by the use of glass? I think we've all been fascinated at one time or another looking at glass as it illuminates, whether it's with a light behind it, whether it's the sun, however it comes, it's fascinating. To put the two together and bring them here to this gallery, I think is a wonderful initiative. But of course, if you're looking at the whole of what's happening here at the festival, there's not only just the glass, there's also visual art, music, performance of all different genres. So I ask you to spend June enjoying Federation Square as you wouldn't normally experience it and as you wouldn't normally enjoy it. And bring your family and friends in. But I want to talk about the exhibition just for a moment before I do the big announcement. And I'm so glad I'm not a judge. Anybody glad they're not a judge? Because there was so much in there. Now, you might have guessed, this is all glass. I love glass necklaces. There is no way I can wear that one. It's beautiful, the one hanging on the wall, but even for me, my chiropractor, I think, would have a heart attack. It is beautiful. But there are a couple of pieces I want to, and I don't know who the winner is yet. So, no bias here, and it doesn't mean you get any money just because the Arts Minister likes your work, okay? Is Jason Sims here?
No.
Jason's not here. I'm actually quite glad that Jason's not here. I don't understand his work, I adore it, but I can't get my head around it. It's the panels with the mirrors. I want to dive into them, but they're only that deep. I don't understand. It is perplexing, it is beautiful work, it is just divine. Roger Buttle's work, is Roger